Dr. Marcus Cieleback, you are Chief Urban Economist at Patrizia. Thank you for joining us on BiTV.
Thank you for having me on the call.
In Patrizia's latest European Living Cities Index, Paris was crowned as the most attractive city for residential investors in Europe. What do you think distinguishes the French capital from its competitors?
I think when we talk about Paris in this context, we have first of all to recognize it's not the classical Paris intramuros, it's more the greater Paris area we are looking at. And if you look at Paris in a European comparison, what attracts us or what we think makes the city an interesting point to invest in is definitely the innovative capacity of the city with the universities, education institutions, and also a lot of company headquarters with research activities, as well as its excellent connectivity within France, within Europe, and also on a global scale, if you look at the train stations, at the airports and everything. So these are, I think, are the two main indicator categories that give Paris a lead on most of the other European cities.
Okay, thank you. And the index is an update on the 2020 edition. How have European residential markets and investor appetite evolved over the last few years?
I think if you look at the last 2, 3, 5 years, the interest in resi has definitely increased. I think a lot of institutional investors realized the attractiveness of residential in the way of creating a stable income, offering some kind of inflation protection, and the security of that income. It's not only stable, but it's also secure, as it's less linked to the cyclicality of the economic environment. And I think this overall resulted in increasing interest. And at the same time, we saw a lot of building activities resulting in build-to-rent developments that create a product that suited institutional investors in a way that it can be efficiently managed and institutionally priced.
Okay, thank you. And maybe also I wanted to see something with you, because Paris, although Paris is at the top of the index, within the subgroups of the index, London ranked first for market fundamentals. What do you see as the most important market fundamentals for real estate investors going forward?
I think looking at the fundamentals, I think one of the things we have to keep in mind is cities are like complex ecosystems. So focusing on one single index or one single indicator, I think is not a suitable approach given the complexity, how all these indicators interact. And this is why we created that Living Cities Index as a combination of market fundamentals, innovative capacity, connectivity, and let's say the demographic fundamentals of the area. So overall, this combination really drives the overall attractiveness. And this is why we wanted to, let's say, have a little bit of an approach like a smart city related index to capture the complexity of cities as a functioning ecosystem at the end. Okay. So I wouldn't advise any investor to focus on a single indicator. Complexity makes it different, or difficult, but you really have to accept this and deal with that to come up with the best investment solution.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Marcus Cieleback. It's a pleasure to have had you with us on BiTV. And thank you all also for joining us, and see you soon on BiTV.
Thank you, Luc.